What's up everybody and welcome to the channel. In today's video we're going to be checking out this 2026 Chevrolet Silverado RST. This is a crew cab 1500 equipped with the TurboMax engine. So yes, this is a 4-cylinder Silverado. So honestly, comment below, what do you guys think? What is the purpose of this truck? Maybe this is for the truck buyers who don't actually tow or haul. You know, just deck it out with a sweet lift kit and make it look good and save $8 grand by not getting a V8. However, I will say, as we will find out test driving it, it actually produces some good power. So I don't know, maybe this is just the ideal work truck, ideal truck in general with a simple engine. So the TurboMax is going to be a 2.7 liter inline 4-cylinder turbo engine, makes 310 horsepower with 430 pound-feet of torque. It's got an 8-speed automatic, of course 4-wheel drive. The rear end is a 3.42 rear axle. Curb weight's 5,000 pounds, towing is 9,500 pounds, and with a 24-gallon fuel tank, you're looking at 17 in the city and 20 out on the highway. So moving on to styling, Silverado really hasn't changed at all in several years. You got a sweet looking hood with these nice sharp lines, TurboMax badge, and then the front end has a really nice look, especially with all the body colored throughout it. Nice looking headlights, you got this cool looking running light and some trim. Body colored lower bumper with gloss black. We have fog lights, recovery hooks as well. Nice blacked out badge, and then a good looking mesh material. So again, just a good looking truck, can't complain. Got your Silverado name, and then you have some sharp lines in that front fender. Down below, cool set of 20-inch wheels, multi-spoke look with a gloss black color, and then we have these tube style side steps finished in black. Got some more sharp lines, your body colored handles, gloss black up on the mirror, and then just black trim all throughout it. So this is the crew cab with the shorter bed. So we have a very nice profile overall. Looks like just a good truck. Really can't argue with the style. We have Chevrolet written out on the plastic bed caps, and then we have 4x4. You're gonna see more sharp body lines. And then in back, we have a body colored bumper with your side steps, a nice red design for the taillights, RST badge with Chevy stamped into the tailgate. We have your electronic release, LED light and camera, and then we have our hitch receiver as well as all of your plugs. So for the bed, just giving it a little press, we do have a soft open, and then you can see full spray and bed liner with several tie down hooks all around it. So again, very functional truck. Got a power outlet, LED lights on each side. So again, very useful. Super lightweight tailgate to pop that back. And then for the back seats, we have just a simple layout. However, we have this soft touch material up above, wood style trim, soft touch and stitching as well. Fabric interior, you can see 3 people in back. I like how the headrest will actually fold downwards for better driver visibility. You can even lift this up, and we have a ton of space all underneath for, again, good utility. Pulling that back down, we have air vents and plugs all in the center, and then storage behind both of the seats. Now climbing into the back at 5'11", I do have really good space. We have tons of legroom and footroom. Headroom is ample. The seats are basic and functional, no armrests or anything. I wouldn't mind more recline, but again, this is more of a useful, just functional truck. It's got the space. So again, it does the job for that. Heading on to the front now, you're gonna see the button on the side where you can lock and unlock it. And then again, we have all this soft touch material, lock and unlock, the nice trim, more soft touch, and all of your controls. We're gonna get power controls up here, and then again, just a basic look at the fabric with an insert, kind of with a cool texture, and just a simple overall style. Now inside, foot on the brake, got a cool animation, and that 4-cylinder roars to life. Now this has the center jump seat, so it's actually a 6-person vehicle. So nice to see all that. There is even storage underneath here, which is a cool touch. And then we just have the strap we can pull and get that back down. So you're gonna see a leather wrapped steering wheel. We have our heated steering wheel control, cruise control, we have voice commands, and then our gauge cluster, volume and track are on the back side. And we have our shifter right here. So on the left side is for windshield wipers. Now for the gauge cluster, we're actually able to adjust what you wanna see all throughout the left and the right side of the screen. I like how just configurable everything is. You even have the lower section, which is all adjustable. And then backing out of all this, we have all sorts of information that's gonna come up throughout the center. So really nice layout overall we go under the settings, we can actually display layout. We have the classic one, digital, and a clean one. So pretty cool just to see how configurable even a more simple truck is going to be. We're going to get our four-wheel drive controls over here for two-wheel and four-wheel. We have auto as well. Drive modes are right here. We have 4 different ones depending on off-road or street. And then we're going to get dome light, headlights all over here, some black trim all throughout that air vent, and then this soft touch with kind of a stitching pattern. There's storage up here, and then on the right side we have more of this nice soft touch with a button and tons of hidden storage. Lockable glove box down below. And then for the center we do have Apple CarPlay, and I kind of like how it's integrated into the screen, still giving you the Chevy built-in information. So it actually looks very nice rather than just being full CarPlay. So it works very well. We have our home screen here for all the Chevy information. We have trailering you can go under, navigation, CarPlay. This says a lot of the Google integration. So again, very good overall screen system, I think, even with climate. We have a physical home icon as well. Backup camera, a little simple, just a nice overall view, guidelines. We have our lane keeping. We also have our engine start stop, a couple other toggles. This one is one of my favorites. I think more trucks should have it. One touch of a button and everything is gonna roll down. So really cool. However, you can't put them back up. So you're gonna have to go and grab all of them. But nonetheless, that is super sweet just to put all the windows down. You're gonna see physical climate controls as well. We have our dual zone temperature. Heated seats, we have different zones. You can just do the back or do the base and the back. Trailer, all those settings right here, all the other controls. So it's a nice looking truck, honestly, for being just more of a simple layout vehicle in general. So for the center, since we have the jump seat, just more of a area for feet here. I do like all this storage for cup holders, your phone and keys. Really just an easy place to put everything. Plenty of space in the center. And then one last look at the interior. Again, just the basic interior overall. We have our OnStar and dome lights, and then just a basic mirror up above. All right, so setting off now into the 4-cylinder Chevy Silverado. So normal driving honestly really isn't gonna be much different than your typical, more base model trim Silverado. It feels like a big truck as expected. Seats are comfortable. It's cool, of course, having the bench row and all that function. So it's a very utilitarian, functional work truck at the end of the day. However, it is nice in here with the nice large screen. You got the CarPlay, of course, you can connect, and then the configurations, a little bit of wood trim. So it genuinely feels like, you know, a nice vehicle at the end of the day for being, you know, more on the functional side, I would say. Armrests are comfortable, seats are comfortable. I wouldn't mind being able to push the pedals a little bit farther away, because I feel like I'm a little farther from all this stuff when my legs are a little cramped. So wouldn't mind maybe a little bit better leg room, just a little bit different proportions in here. Visibility, like any truck, is perfect. You can even fold those headrests down back there. So pretty much what you would expect in this front seat. Handling, again, it's a big truck, so it kind of drives like a tank as you would expect. And then overall suspension, when you hit bumps, it feels pretty composed. So again, basically just a normal truck at the end of the day, exactly what you would expect it to be. Hitting these big train tracks, not even slowing down, and you can tell this thing is a big truck. Now, the 4-cylinder is gonna be probably the biggest thing that's a little interesting with this specific spec. So we'll get back out onto the main road. Maneuvering this huge truck, comparing it to anything that I'm really used to. Turning circles pretty large. You got that old school column shifter. So again, it just drives like a normal truck. This really would be a good average work truck to just haul stuff and do things like that. However, I'm very curious with towing especially, and heavy loads in the bed of this. You know, is a 4-cylinder going to actually be able to do the capabilities that you are going to expect a truck like this to do? We'll bump it into sport mode, give ourselves a little bit extra sporty aspects with this 4-cylinder. Up to 45. Not bad, like it's peppy honestly for normal driving. However, you definitely notice you're in a 4-cylinder. Just the way the power comes on, the way the transmission feels, the sound of it, you know, you get that economy car soundtrack when you're accelerating, which is very, very different. You know, we thought it was crazy to see 4 cylinders in the Colorados, the Tacomas, the Ford Ranger, and here we are in a full-size truck. Now, of course, V8 is available, turbo diesel is available, but it is definitely an interesting option to go for. But I don't know, I'm kind of torn. Like, normal driving, it is genuinely fine. Like, you're not gonna even really have a thought. It's just that initial acceleration, and then if you are towing, you know, 6,000 pounds, 9,000 pounds, you know, is this going to handle it? Again, it sounds like a 4-cylinder. It almost feels like it's struggling just the way it sounds. But it does have power, so it's no slouch. It's got the boost and all that. Just very interesting. I'm very curious to see, for those of you who are going to be buying a 4-cylinder Silverado, you know, what needs are you buying this for to fit? Average stuff, I think it will be just fine, especially with the maybe slightly better fuel efficiency. But I'm sure once you just tow, that's probably going to be the downfall of something like this. But, I mean, it does pack a punch. Just sounds a little economy car for a big truck. But at the end of the day, overall driving in this 4-cylinder Silverado, again, it's kind of what you'd expect. Just a nice, big, useful truck that can kind of do it all.